The chicken fingers slap at 11 a.m. They're just good.
What? Well, what does that mean?
In our green room that I share with Tom Rinaldi, they have like...
You said chicken fingers slap at 11. Is that like slang?
Yeah, they're slap. They slap. Hey guys, welcome to the official YouTube page for Calm Down with Erin and Charissa. This is where you can watch all of our ridiculous conversations and fun interviews.
We have full shows. We've got pre-games, anything and everything that you guys could want. But first, you're going to have to subscribe. Just hit subscribe right there and you're good to go.
And now you can calm down with us.
Yep. Can you tell that we're reading this off a script? We hope so. All right. We need to calm down and wrap this bad boy up. Press subscribe. Thanks for listening.
Calm Down with Erin and Charissa is a production of iHeartRadio.
It's true, though. It's true.
You can't win.
Can't win.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Welcome to the Calm Down podcast. Erin and I just joked before we jumped on here that the men in our life, which, by the way, we will just start by saying, no one gives them more praise than us. I tell Steve every single day, every single chance I get how much I love him. I'm constantly, Steve. Erin, I know you do the same for Jared. But man, I tell you what, Steve should be afraid of me right now. I'm so annoyed at him.
Go. Just launch right into it, sister. Go.
You guys, and I know women, or men too, men do ads. You know, when you need help, like you're doing an ad, okay? And I needed Steve's help on an ad I was doing. And it involved me being in a bathing suit. I won't say what the ad is for, but I'm like, I can't take this picture on my own, okay? And I'm also not hiring a production thing for this because then by that time, now I have no money from that. So I'm like, Steve, you own a marketing company. You do all these photo shoots all the time. If
he is a great photographer, actually.
Great photographer. Like, if anyone can do this, I'm like, Steve, this is not a difficult request. Like, no problem. It'll take 5 minutes because I'm one of those, I take direction very well. If on television, if someone's like, hey, move to the left a little bit, you're in better light, I'm going to move to the left. I'm not putting up a fight.
I'm laying in the left.
Literally. So I'm like, I'm in the thing that I'm supposed to be doing an ad for, and I'm getting nothing from him. He's not saying anything. He's just holding the phone up and just, moving it a little bit, but not saying anything. Not like, hey, put the leg down, put the leg up. That would be better. Hey, maybe like, your nipple's hard. Like, we can't have that. Like, something. And so I'm like, hey, what's going on there? Like, is it working? What's happening? And he goes, well, I don't know. You look. And he hands me back the phone. I couldn't look fucking worse. I mean, it's like, and I go, these are terrible. And he goes, it's what you look like. And I'm like, oh, so now I'm like, I'm like, oh, fucking Pandora's box is open. Okay. And I'm like, you want week 9? You got week 9. I'm just like, dude, you get to reap the benefits of the thing that I'm asking you to shoot for. So just give me a little bit of direction on this because I'm sorry. I'm not posting any of those. I mean, I might as well have had Willis take the photo. It's going to be better than Steve. And I said, dude, you produce whatever,
commercials,
photo shoots, all the commercials, photos all the time. And he goes, well, what do you want? And so then it became like a whole fight. And like Steve and I very rarely fight, but I was like, I haven't talked to him since. And he left the house and he went golfing. I was like, oh yeah, you go golfing. Yeah. How's tour going? Yeah. You're this close to a green jacket. I bet. But I was just like, oh, I'll just be here trying to take my own pictures for the thing that you get to enjoy. So swipe up, which gets me to my point. I don't need a New York Post headline and I don't try to act like I'm famous. I don't need a New York Post headline or a Daily Mail headline saying, oh, Charissa tells her boyfriend off, or Carissa's breaking up with her boyfriend, or rejects his marriage proposal. Those are one. I went on a real tangent this week, and you know why. Look, we're not famous. You're famous. I'm not famous.
No.
I don't pretend to have, like, anyone gives a shit about what it is that I do. But I'm going to tell you what I do give a shit about. If everyone wanted to pounce on me for journalistic integrity, I got a bone to pick with you, Daily Mail.
Let it out.
Let it out.
Boo. Let it out.
2 weeks ago, I got sick before the game. I was sick in the morning at a production meeting. Came out of nowhere. We might have pinpointed it to the seafood tower from the night before, but either way, it hit me during the production meeting. I told the story on the podcast. By the time the game rolled around, I was lights, camera, action, bitch, smile. No problem. I didn't have any issues on air. I didn't even bring it up to my boss. It wasn't even worth bringing up to my bosses because I was fine. I just got sick in the morning.
And by the way, even if you were still vomiting during the game, you wouldn't have brought it up to your bosses because we don't do that.
Correct.
Go ahead.
So the Daily Mail headline is NFL host Charissa Thompson reveals she suffered a medical nightmare during live broadcast, going to die. First of all, I never said it was during the broadcast. I said it was in the morning meeting. Okay. Erin said, oh, you were going to die as a figure of speech, because when you're vomiting in a hotel garbage can, you feel like you're going to die. It came, it went, we're on. But when I saw this headline, I was like, okay, again, prefacing this, I'm not famous. So I don't care, but I'm also like, this didn't happen. So I am going to bring it up if it's something like this. Charissa Thompson opens up on Thursday night, nightmare. New York Post. Come on, you're adorable. I love you, New York Post, but that's not right. So everyone just ease up on these headlines. I understand they're clickbait. I understand all that. And then people will be like, well, then just don't do a podcast if you don't want people to pull headlines. What? No, I'll talk about anything on this podcast, but it has to be accurate information. Like, I didn't say anything about having a medical emergency during the broadcast. So that's my 2 cents. Fake news, alert, alert, alert. I wasn't going to die during the broadcast.
Thank God, it'd be so lonely.
Well,
it's crazy out there.
Anyways, so that's my rant. What have you been up to? I'm telling you.
Well, funny you should ask. No, we just had the weekend in Philly. Philly's great. It is.
Philly's great.
Philly's great. And
that was only 5 minutes, Brian. Oh, my God. I felt like that was 20 minutes I was ranting.
Are you adding in the Steve point of the show? Because I thought that went too. Oh, wow. You really nailed that one. Nothing. We went to Philly. Philly's great. I will say there's certain teams that are just a real good time to be around. The Eagles are one of them. They make you feel at home. Maybe it's because we do a lot of their games and we're so used to them, but it was great to be with those guys. Great to go to the facility. Nick Sirianni was wonderful. I love going out. Like, the weather was perfect. It was just enough for the jacket, but then when the sun was coming, you take it off. It's just great there. I enjoy it. The chicken fingers slap at 7 or at 11 a.m. They're just good.
What? Well, what does that mean?
In our green room that I share with Tom Rinaldi, they have like...
You said chicken fingers slap at 11. Is that like slang?
Yeah, they're slap. They slap.
Where's my friend and what have you done with her? What, does that kid say that?
I don't know. I feel like, did they used to say slap? I thought they did. It really slaps. Certain places can really crush a chicken finger. And we got to the green room by about 10:30. And by 11, I'd had 3 or 4. Yeah, they're good.
You know what? That brings me to this point, because I was thinking about this as I swung through the old Chick-fil-A drive-thru
Delicious.
On the way home, because I was having a sad moment.
Yeah.
Not about Steve.
I know it.
I was having a sad moment. You know what it was about.
New York Post.
I was having a moment and I was like, I'm going to do what Erin does when she's got a sad moment. She swings through that drive-thru, and I got myself a Diet Coke, a French fry, a Cobb salad. And I said, and you know what, Wyatt, who was so cute, by the way. I was like, Wyatt working at the Chick-fil-A drive-thru? Hot. Yeah, if anyone visits Lincoln Boulevard here in Santa Monica, Wyatt at the Chick-fil-A is smoking hot. And Steve, you're fine. Okay. Take a good picture. I bet you Wyatt would take a good picture of me in the bathing suit. Wyatt would have directed that photo shoot. But Wyatt, as I winked at him and I was like, yeah, I'll take that fry. And I said, you know what, Wyatt? I'll also take that.
The Polynesian sauce.
I said, BBQ. No, I said, I'll take that vanilla milkshake. And he goes, good choice. And I said, thank you, Wyatt. So as they were putting the whipped cream and the old cherry on top, I was like, you know what? You know what's great about being an adult? There's a lot of pitfalls of being, it's a trap. Don't grow up, they say. But there's some real perks of being an adult. If I want to have a motherfucking milkshake at 10 a.m., if you want to have a chicken finger and have that thing slap before 11 a.m. and you want 3 or 4, you can. No one's going to tell us we can't have that.
No.
If I want to eat my food on the couch and I want to watch TV, no one's going to say, hey, come sit at this table. No, I can do whatever I want. It's great.
When I want. I can say who. I can say what.
When. Remember W Hotel used to have the wherever, whatever, whenever, welcome to the W Hotel. I always felt bad for those operators. They'd have to say that 700 times. Whatever, wherever, whenever, welcome to the W Hotel, Miami. Anywho.
Oh my God.
Those things were the one in Dallas, the W Hotel in Dallas, when I used to work Dallas Star in the NHL circuit, I know that Michael Irvin knows this one because my man loved that bar. And I'm happy to call him out because he was the mayor, obviously, he still is, of Dallas, Texas. Yeah. I would always see Michael Irvin in there and he was with his friends and he was having a great time. And I was always like, 88, what's up, kid? But I just
Playmaker.
Prance on over to that American Airlines arena and work a Dallas game and then saunter right back over across the street to that W Hotel and get me a martini. And it was great. But yeah, being an adult has its perks.
Paying bills sucks, but other than that, let's see. Let's talk about week 8 of the NFL season. We all keep saying it's flying by, but I will say this: I feel like we're seeing some teams really starting to separate themselves.
Okay, who do you think's going? Okay, this is I will say more than any other year, and maybe it's recency bias. I don't know. I don't feel like it is. This year is so. I'm already out of my survivor pool because I picked the Atlanta Falcons to beat the Miami Dolphins yesterday and thought that was a lock. Miami's been on the skid, a lot of question marks. Tua can't see out of one eye. We don't know what's going on. Bijan Robinson's been running all over everyone. Yeah, Michael Penix was out, but I was still like, we still have Kirk Cousins, still formidable, all the things. No, I'm out of the Amazon Survivor pool because I picked the Falcons to beat the Dolphins. So now here we are. I've got for Thursday night this week, I've got the Ravens who all of a sudden behind, the legs and arm of Tyler Huntley were able to pull that off. So then
is he going to play in your game?
No, hopefully it's Lamar. And I say that hopefully because
is Lamar going to play?
Yeah, well, that's what all signs point to that. And I think that John Harbaugh intimated that in not so many words. But as we tape this on Monday, I would say, what the hell do I know? But I would say yes, 90%. So I'm sitting here and I'm looking at these two teams and I'm like, hey, Baltimore can still easily win that division because now we got Pittsburgh with a few question marks there after what happened last night. And then they dropped that game to Cincy the week before. The Browns, we know what's going on there. Myles Garrett, 5 sacks in a losing effort. That poor guy is probably
I feel bad for him.
I know. So it's just like there's all these, it's like as much as there's like starting to be some, separation, there's still so much space like wide open depending on whatever division that you're in. I feel like the only consistent team in the NFL all year has been the Indianapolis Colts.
Which is wild.
That's the only team that we don't, Kansas City's starting to come into form, but like at the beginning of the year, everyone pushed the panic button because they were 0-2 and blah, blah, blah. And then the Eagles have question marks. And then the Ravens, what are they? 1-5, like all of these things. And it's like steady Eddie, little Daniel Jones. But I feel like
the Eagles are starting to blossom.
Hey, cool? That they start to show that like, okay, if we can't do it through the air, AJ Brown's out, Saquon Barkley. When he ripped off that 65-yard run, I said, football's just so fun to watch. It's really is. As sad as it is when you've got those injuries like the Cam Scadaboo injury and you're just like, oh, it's like, but it's just, I don't know. The NFL's great. We talk about it every single week, but I don't know. I think this is what's so fun. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know.
Hey, you know what I said at dinner on Saturday when, Tom was on fire and he was telling really great stories and it's so much fun to listen to those, is that we were just talking about certain things in the NFL and certain storylines and drama here, drama there, what's going on here, hearing this behind the scenes. And I said, what's great about this is drama and these are all men. Yep. And usually it's the women that get blamed.
For sure.
You're all men. It's great. It's great.
Which is why it is the greatest sport there is. I just love it. And because every single week matters and it's just, so I had the Chargers and Vikings for Thursday night and I felt so bad for Carson Wentz, man. Shout out to Carson Wentz because you have to have another level of toughness in this league. And that guy, just every single hit he took, but he stayed in there. and kept fighting. But yeah, the Vikings they're an interesting team because they've got so much talent, right? But then it's like, okay, I understand JJ McCarthy's been out with this high ankle sprain. He missed all of last year with injury. It's like, that's your franchise guy. Like, we got to see with what we have. And it's a conversation that goes back and forth and everyone has a different opinion on it. But it's like, I'm kind of with Tony Gonzalez always talks about it, like, throw them out there and see what you have. I know Kevin O'Connell has maintained, the head coach has said, like, hey, organization fail these young quarterbacks because they put them out too quickly. And everyone's got a different opinion. I am not a head coach in the NFL. I am a fan. And I like to see good football. And I like to see like put Jackson Dart out there, see what he has. And we've seen what he has. So everyone makes decisions that are best for their organization. I'll just speak from my own vantage point that I'm a fan. And it's like, I want to see JJ McCarthy. Like, what does this kid have? We saw him in the 2 games. You know, the first game he played wasn't so great, but the second half of the second one was good. And you're kind of like, I don't know. I'm kind of like, it's like a package under the Christmas tree that's half open. You can kind of peek in there and you're like, ooh, this is going to be good. But like, open up the rest of it and see what we've got. So I'm happy for the Bears. I know they lost yesterday, but they've been playing better football and good for Caleb Williams.
Packers looked good. Packers looked great. Tucker Kraft, good morning, good afternoon, and good night.
How cute was that? His mom, who was the nurse, and they had a picture of her with the jersey on, and then he's got his restaurant that they were showing. Is it North Dakota that he's from? North Dakota? Small town. Anywho, but yeah, I didn't realize that Aaron Rodgers, the only team that he hadn't beaten was the Packers.
I didn't
all
either.
32 teams. And so last night, if he would have beaten them, then he would have beaten every team in the NFL during his 18-year career. But yeah.
South Dakota, Tucker Kraft is from. Small town. He's a part owner in that bar they kept showing last night. That was a nice touch. That was very, very sweet.
Very sweet.
What else was I going to tell you? Well, you were talking about JJ McCarthy. We have Vikings at Detroit. And I was going to ask you a question. I should probably save this for off mic, but I don't care. Can I still be on your show even though I'm not doing a feature? We still should have a segment.
Yes. So Erin and I love when we obviously get to do any television in person together. But I will say, shout out to Fox NFL Kickoff and Jeremy, our producer, who has made it a point to make sure that whenever Erin has an early game this year, that my gal and I are together because
I like it.
The more the merrier.
It's fun.
Yeah. So the answer to that is yes. I'm also a producer on the show. So yes, you're in the D block.
Good.
Okay, that's your game. Where am I? Oh yeah, like I mentioned, I'm going to Miami for Ravens Dolphins.
It's a long trip.
Long trip.
You pressed your mute.
What else do we have?
Did you have any Larry David-isms today? I have a follow-up to one.
I have one.
You have one? Go.
So Monday's trash day. Steve always puts the trash out
outside
on
the
Sundays. Yeah, Steve always, he's close. Steve always, and he's wonderful at this, puts the trash out on Sunday night. And you know what it is? As much as I'm going to rip on Steve for not taking pictures when I need him to take good pictures, he will, when I come home from work on Sunday and I turn the corner and I already see the trash cans out, I get so turned on because I'm like, my man, like he has already taken the initiative knowing that they get picked up at 6 a.m. on Monday. I don't have to do the nagging thing of like, hey, can you bring the trash out? You know it comes out on Monday. So shout out to Steve. You do that. That's a great
Good job, Steve.
So this morning, trash gets picked up. Fine. I'm out doing errands, doing all these different things I had to do. I was gone all day. Went to Chick-fil-A because I hadn't eaten, flying through the drive-thru, which actually moves pretty fast. Wyatt.
Oh, it's not bad. Many lanes. Pick a lane. I don't know.
Penny
which
lane.
one.
Bringing that food out. I'm already eating the French fries before I even get out of the line. It's great. So,
perfectly cooked.
Everything's great.
Shout out to Chick-fil-A.
So by the time I get through there and I'm home in 9 minutes after that. The food's already gone. I have already been able to doctor up the Cobb salad while waiting at the stoplight, inhaled that French fries halfway through the milkshake. So I have the garbage and I'm walking and I see that the trash can on my side have been picked up, but they must do the other side later. So I'm like, well, I'm not going to put the leftover trash in my garbage can because there's still a little bit of like food in there. There's still a little bit of the milkshake and I don't want the milkshake going down the garbage. So I put it in the neighbor's trash that hadn't been picked up yet. And I'm like, is this a thing
where
like
illegal?
they look at? Well, it's not illegal, but I'm like, wonder if they they looked out their window right at the right time where I'm dumping my garbage in their trash can. And they're like, hey, what's the neighbor doing using our trash can when she's got her own trash can? But mine had already been picked up and theirs had it. So I felt like a Larry moment where like if the neighbor pops out and he's like, hey, lady, what you doing? I'm like, yours hasn't been picked up yet. Like I can use yours because it hasn't been picked up. And if mine's empty, then I can't risk the milkshake.
Yeah.
Going down through the garbage can, and now we've got flies and other bugs because it's sticking to the I just was like, I took liberties and I used the neighbor's trash can. So sue me.
Are you worried?
No, I'm not worried. Come and knock on my door. I got a bone to pick with this neighborhood. You know what I mean? So no, I'm not worried. But it's not illegal, I don't think.
It's not illegal.
So, but I heard
Is it illegal, Ryan?
No, it's not. There's no way you can't do. Please. By the way, we should be so.
Yeah.
What?
No,
What?
say it.
We should be so lucky people are using trash cans.
Good.
I mean, half the time I'm just chucking this shit around here, by the way. Anyone that litters, I have a real problem with people that litter. What are we doing just chucking things out the window? Seriously.
Are people still doing that? That's
yes,
nuts.
I saw that. I saw it the other day and I wanted to be like road rage and go up to it. And I was like, I don't trust anyone today. They'll probably kill me. But I was just like, we are throwing things from our window. This is ridiculous.
Charissa Thompson threatened to be killed by road rager.
Yeah, bring it on. File this as a story. No, it's like, I don't know. I use the neighbor's garbage can. So it's what it is. But all I could hear was Larry's voice, like where it's like if he got caught, he'd be like, rah! Technically illegal.
I thought it was.
Bullshit. You know who the story that I haven't told on here is Cousin Eddie's tenement on wheels that pulled up in front of our house.
Oh,
this was like
story
2 months ago.
Sit back and enjoy.
I mean,
This
I'm
is
on
a
one
great
today.
story.
So you guys will appreciate this because I get it. People go through tough times and they have to live where they have to live. That if you have to live in that van, good for you. This is not an indictment on you living anywhere that you have to live. The indictment is on if you have a place that you are living and you're parked right in front of my house and it smells of feces, and Daisy's upset about it as well. If it smells and there's garbage piling up in there and it's just like, we pay taxes, we pay property taxes to not have to deal with the remnants of all of the thing. So it's literally the second I walked out my door, it was like right there. And you're not supposed to be parking there. It's actually like a no parking area. So I was like, we can't have this in front of the house. Like, and I also don't know what nefarious activities is being conducted in there. Are they doing
I don't
drugs?
know what nefarious means.
Nefarious means something bad. Like,
Hi, Steve.
Like Steve, did you forget when I do this podcast every week? Hey, and I got a bone to pick. I'm going to tell you
have
now.
to be at my house at 4.
We have another entrance you go to. I mean, in this sprawling estate we live in.
Hi, Steve.
Steve, I'm just going to tell you now so you don't hear it on a clip later. Okay, I went off on how you did a bad job of taking pictures this morning for me, and I don't want to hear it. You can make it up to me later. I love you. You do a lot of other things great, but come on. I mean, those pictures were crazy. Anyways, so I was like, this can't, nefarious, something bad could be happening there. Drugs, bad things. So I was like, this has to leave. So Steve goes to Best Buy and buys this massive speaker. We start blasting
so great.
Kids music. This is the song that doesn't end. It was cats meowing. It was dogs
I told
barking.
you to do Miss Rachel.
We did rap music. You guys, it was 5:45 in the morning. And at this point, I'm like, the neighbors really are not going to like me. But I'm like, I don't care. It was F your mother. You know, every rap, terrible lyric that you can imagine was blasting out my front door at 5:45 to just really get these people off of the front stoop. And I got to tell you, these people had some endurance. They lasted about 2 hours. And I was like, we've got to break them. I mean, this isn't breaking them down. They might have been passed out in there. They didn't know what was going on from that nefarious activity. So anyways, after 2 hours, they revved it up and moved it on down the street. But I was like, hey, And I tried to call the cops, but the cops were like, we can't do anything. And I was like, I know, but isn't there like some rules to like why it is that we should feel like we are safe in our own house? I guess not. Took matters into my own hands, you know?
Played the rap music at 5 a.m.
Yeah, but what else was I supposed to do? I was like, I didn't feel safe. I was like, Anyways, Hey, why don't you shout out Lincoln Financial Field?
Oh my gosh. We have talked about, I know we
Okay,
talked about.
Erin, you're ridiculous. She literally just put on the text chain that flew across the top of this laptop notification. Jared, I'm going to jail. You're crazy.
Well, I wrote, I'm going jail, Jarrett. So that didn't work out.
Whatever.
Hey, so we've talked about it before. Levi Stadium, the jams, the tunes, amazing. I haven't been there this year. Jacksonville has great music. Lincoln Financial Field, we got in the car to go to the airport, myself, Dean Blandino, Kevin Burkhardt, Casey Garland. The music was incredible. It was My Prerogative,
Blow the
nonstop,
whistle.
Take Me Home Tonight, Blow the Whistle. Like, it was just one hit after another.
Those are different genres.
Good.
That's great.
I appreciate it. Shout out Lincoln Financial, what a time, and great chicken fingers. What else we got? My seatmate. Wow.
Right.
So I'm going to work. I'm going to Philly, banging it out. I had a ton of work to do. I don't know why I didn't get a lot of work done this week, but it's like, we got a 5-hour flight. We got it. We're working on defense. We're going. Jihad Campbell, Nakobe Dean. We got it. We're looking it up. We're Pro Football Focus, all the things. Okay. So this woman sitting next to me, great, let me do my thing. I didn't even get out, asked to go potty, all the things. She just like asked me a couple questions. I was like, blah, blah, blah. Great. We're getting ready to get out. And I'm like, all right, I got in time to go get a cocktail with the boys. This is going to be good. So she's like, well, good luck at the game. And I was like, oh, thanks so much. I said, what are you in town for? We're going to pick up our adopted baby. I don't know what the sex is. But yeah, we got the call. And so my husband and I went,
oh my God.
I was like,
oh my
as
God.
everybody's gathering their stuff to go, I looked at her and I go, oh my God, I'm so happy for you. This is this poor woman is trying to grab her bags, get with her husband and get off the flight. And I'm like, this is the most amazing thing and blah, 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 blah. And I love you. And I've had such horrible times getting pregnant and we have a baby. Blah, blah. And she's like, okay, thank you. Thank you so much. And I'm like, what fertility clinic do you go to? If you need a surrogate, you should use my. She's like, thank you so much. Have a great game. Thank you. Thank you so much.
She's trying to get away from you.
This poor lady, which I'm so happy for her and her husband. Now I feel invested. They're way ahead of me because I'm taking forever to get out because I haven't packed up because I was like, yeah, but let me show you. Too many pouches. Yeah. So then I finally I'm walking off the plane and we were talking about fertility clinics and she was saying maybe they'd go surrogacy next and all that kind of stuff. So you know what I'm doing? I'm grabbing my shit and I'm scrolling up. I'm looking for the photo of the day Mac was born with our beautiful surrogate and her family. They're so ahead of me. I'm running in the Philly airport.
Time out. You already said goodbye? And
I was so overcome with emotion and so happy for her. And I was continuing to be in my feelings that I was like, hey, hold on. And she turns around, she's with her husband. I'm like, hey, not to be a total crazy, but if you ever think to yourself, yeah. She's like, she's probably like, Jesus, why did I tell this girl? I'm like, there were times that I was always like, oh no, this isn't the way I wanted it to go in my life. I said, you'll always forget. Like, it doesn't matter how you get them here. Like, as long as they're here. And I said, here's a picture of the day my son was born. And this is our gorgeous. And we're like schlepping it through Philly airport. These poor people just want to get to where they need to go. And I'm like, so are you staying in a good hotel? Like, what are you doing tonight?
They're like, shut up, lady. We're going to get our child. Like, doth protest too much. You're
I
like,
was so
God.
excited that we're going down the escalator and they're like, yeah. I said, do you have a good dinner spot for tonight?
Okay, Erin.
No. I was so excited.
Jesus Christ. They're like, okay, enough.
I was so excited. And then I said, well, okay. And then it was time for me to go off and meet security. And I don't know what they were doing. I was like,
they also needed to meet security for you. They needed you. They had already called 911.
Well, if you just ask me, I'll come to the hospital with you tomorrow. I've got time. Oh my God. I will say the lady reached out and DM'd me and said it was amazing seeing the baby.
Oh, good.
And then I was
she probably
again.
did that for legal reasons because she needs to make sure that there's a trail of like, we've told you, please don't come find us. Oh, but that's amazing. Congratulations to whoever that is.
Yeah.
That's so sweet. I know anonymity is important, although not for you. I mean, you just right up in her grill.
Here's a picture of my son. This is the birth. Also, Jared cutting the cord.
That's so sweet, though. Very, very kind.
Yeah. Hope it all went well for them.
I
They
hope
were
you're able to
so
see that
nice.
baby before you're arrested. All right. Well, that'll do it for us here on the Calm Down podcast.
The dessert wine is out. The dessert wine is out.
Keep smiling. Hola. Arigato. Adios. Namaste. Oh, man. That fucking movie's so good.
We're putting it on today at 4 o'clock.
Oh, goddamn right we are.
Halloween. Hey,
Oh
can
my
I
God.
do
The Halloween costumes that your kid has had, and it's not even Halloween yet.
No.
You guys, Erin will send me these pictures. Is that Lauren doing the face paint? You did that?
Yeah, but it's not good. It's as good as I wrap a Christmas present. It ain't
Erin, this is like a professional.
No, it's
you're
not. Stop.
You are really underselling. You're selling yourself short here. You guys, when we show you pictures of Mac's Halloween costumes leading up to Halloween, it's like he is in a professional child's photo shoot for Halloween clothes or costumes. It's crazy.
I don't know what we're going to do when the holiday is at a holiday when it's officially over because it has absolutely rocked our house for 2 months. It is nightmare before Christmas, 24/7 in our house. It is all that is talked about. This kid is going to have a real void in his life when it's over. And then here comes the Grinch. And
I was going to say,
movies.
we'll throw in a turkey costume in between that. Hey, where are you at on the whole kid eating candy situation? What kind of mom are you? Are you like, here's a candy? Or you're like, no, I didn't need something like Whole Foods?
He'll get a couple pieces, but I don't think he needs to like crush it. I mean,
I just didn't know if it was like, here's some
he
raisins.
Can have a couple pieces.
Yeah, right? Don't deprive him of like American tradition. Okay, go ahead.
Hey, this isn't a spooky costume. I love this costume. I'm going to give a little shout out. The LA Kings and Wear are dropping 2 of their pieces of merch. And they're going to have another drop in March of 2026, which seems so far away, but it's not. You can find these online at teamlastore.com or the store at Crypto, which is really, really cool. This is, of course, our, what in the hell is this called? Whatever. It's the button snap one. I love this. It looks like a jacket, but it's actually like a sweater feel. We've talked about it, the little sleeves, the cuffs, if you will. But yeah, I love our King stuff. So if we have any Kings fans, we got some good gear coming. I wear your stuff, pun intended, every single week. Look at that. It's so cute, Erin. It's cute. Go Kings, go. Go Kings, go. Go Kings, go. Go Kings, go.
I love it so much. You have the best stuff. I wore my Seahawks jacket the other day. And then when I saw Constance at the Thursday night game, she had on, it's that set, the black with the hood and the like little buttons. We'll add a picture.
It's a goodie.
And show you guys. But yeah, you guys have such great stuff. Go Kings, go. And
go
all
Kings,
other
go.
Sports.
Hey, we had a Jennifer Aniston headline that I loved.
We love Jennifer Aniston. Have you been watching the morning show? While Erin looks for that headline, I have been watching the morning show. I think we're on the 3rd season or 2nd, whatever season it is.
How is it?
It is eerily close to all the things that really go on in this here television world and the different things. I mean, yes, of course, some of it's exaggerated for television and storylines and whatnot. But yeah, it's very good. Oh, it's very good. Reese Witherspoon, Jennifer Aniston, and all the other actors, but like they are very, very good in it. So we love her.
Except for the part where the boss takes Reese Witherspoon to like a Barney's at night and says, "Whatever you want."
Oh yeah, no, that's not happening.
That ain't how it goes.
No, like I said, some things are fictionalized for television, but the whole like just inner office politics and inner workings of stuff, it's like fun to see. Just the TV version of that. But you love the headline. What was it, babe?
Oh, Jennifer Aniston reveals the ultimate compliment she gets about her show, Friends. People will say that they go back and watch episodes to help their mental health, that if they're stressed about the news or the world, they'll just sit down and watch a Friends episode. That's the ultimate compliment. See, Jennifer, I knew we could be friends too. It's all I have on. It's our favorite thing. We've told this story before, but then our first time we had a rough go with our first surrogate, and we ended up having, we had some loss, and it was horrible. And I just remember I was like, how am I going to get my husband out of bed? We threw the Friends reunion on and laughed and cried. That show is so amazing in a sense that they were way ahead of their time. They talked about surrogacy, adoption. What else did they have? They had so many things. Carol, who was getting married, lesbian, getting married, having a baby, all that stuff.
Same-sex marriages.
Every single massive topic and thing in the world. They were so ahead of where they were at the time. It's wild. You've watched a lot more Friends than I have, but it's definitely one of those things, especially in a hotel where, I used to order movies in hotels all the time. I feel I was so excited to order a movie because it was like, oh, I'll only watch this if I'm in a hotel. Like now I don't watch as many movies because we have them on demand at home the way that we didn't used to. You used to have to go to the movie theater. So now I don't watch the movies, but Friends, if it's on in a hotel, I can always count on having that just on in the background. But we love her. All right. You're so her in that show. You are just her.
That's the nicest thing you could say.
You are. Well, her mannerisms in that show and things she says in that show. I'm like, that's Charissa.
Oh my God. Well, thank you. What a compliment. People watch Friends to cheer up. You cheered me up with that compliment. So, gracias.
Calm Down with Erin and Charissa is a production of iHeartRadio.
For more podcasts from iHeartRadio, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.